Hello vegan adventurers and welcome to the exciting video from Antalya, Turkey. Today I'll be hiking and visiting some Roman ruins, and from there we'll see some epic drone views. Let's get into the vlog. So while we were hiking after the rain, we discovered these crabs, which was pretty unusual. I didn't know that they can survive in the middle of a pine tree forest. Alright, over here we got to some old Roman ruins which were located deep in the forest near Antalya. It was pretty exciting to see all these old carvings. They are thousands of years old and just like laying in the middle of the woods. When walking farther, we also discovered a piece of pillar that was also just laying here. It was also part of some bigger building. It's also incredible how they are able to carve all these things. And here we discovered some table with ancient writing, which is probably Greek or Roman. If you can read this and recognize this language, comment down below. We tried to look for some information about the site online, but we couldn't find anything. We don't know if it was Romans or Greeks here, but it still impresses me how this ancient civilization were able to transport huge blocks of rocks like this with the equipment that they had back then, and also carve the rocks like this. It's insane. The only information about this site online we found was that there are some people trying to dig out the ground looking for valuables, which is pretty insane. And if you continue to go a little bit more up from the Roman ruins, there is not a clear path, but you can scramble up this nice viewpoint where you can see 360 view around with all the pine tree forests and other mountains. So we're just gonna try to fly a drone before it gets dark. So even though the hiking is not on the level as in Slovakia, it's still pretty amazing that they put some hiking signs here and we're able to get some amazing views from here. Antalya is definitely a really good place for winter living because you still have quite a warm weather. During the day it gets around 20 degrees Celsius, which is much better than freezing in Northern Europe. We were next day on another hike, also near the town of Dedeler, and this time we want to hike around this higher mountain and also get some drone views. Pine tree forests are pretty cool and they are pretty resistant to droughts, but they're not a native species here. If you look around, there are also some leafy trees here, but they got suppressed by these pine trees and now they're just really small ones. Also, they probably require more topsoil because over time the topsoil got washed off because the Turkish probably deforested a lot of hills here. But at least they're protecting this pine tree forest now. Over here we can see this rare redwood tree with a smooth trunk, and it's one of the last native species here. So my hypothesis is that they deforested a big chunk of these leafy trees back in the days. And they didn't leave much trees and the rain just washed off the topsoil, and the only trees that can now grow are these pine trees. They're also resistant to droughts and they can grow really well in a rocky soil. Alright, and here we hiked up to another ruins, which we really don't know which town is it from, but it was located near the village of Andrasan, which is located by the sea, and we got these amazing views from there. If you're interested in exploring Roman, Greek or Turkish ancient sites, Turkey is a really good place for it because you have so much of it, sometimes located in the nature, you don't have to pay for it, so it's really good. Even though we spent only 1 month in Turkey and only 1 week here in Andrasan, it's the best place we visited so far because it has so much hiking options. And also there is one really long hiking route called the Lycian Way where you hike for around 500 kilometers. There's also a lot of campsites. We did a part of it, which we're gonna be in the next video. So yeah, definitely part of Andrasan is definitely the best place we visited around Antalya. Similar to southern Spain, which we visited 3 years ago, Turkey is also great for winter hiking because it's still warm during the day, around 15 to 20 degrees. Plus the nature is very accessible. Unlike South America, you don't have to pay to enter national parks or trails, it's all for free. So if we would compare living in Costa Rica versus living in Turkey, would rather live in Turkey because, as I said, the nature is mostly open. There's no like fences everywhere. You don't have to pay for entrance for every single hike, and it's also very safe. We never felt like we had to not leave things in a car or felt like we were threatened or something. But in South America, Costa Rica, it even happened once where we got scammed terribly, and many times in national parks it was just full of scams. So definitely don't want to live in Costa Rica, but Turkey seems like a great option for future plans. Adventure, that's it for today's vlog. I hope you stay tuned for future videos, and as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous.